Wait. Before you go anywhere this morning, before this day gets its hands on you, I need you to understand something that most people learn too late. The version of your day that happens when you pray first and the version that happens when you don't, they are not the same day. Same circumstances, same responsibilities, same people, same pressures, but something is fundamentally different about the person walking through them. Something is covered that wasn't covered. Something is settled that would have stayed anxious. Something that would have reacted goes in prepared instead. That's not a spiritual theory. That is what actually happens when a person chooses to bring God into the day before the day brings everything else. And here's what the enemy of your life understands better than most believers do. The morning is the most strategic moment of your entire day. Whatever gets your first attention gets your first energy. Whatever you feed first grows loudest. And if you can be pulled from prayer in the morning, distracted, rushed, scrolling before you've spoken a single word to God, you step into the day uncovered. Not unloved, not abandoned, but uncovered. This prayer is your covering. Don't start your day without it. David wrote in Psalm 5, "In the morning, Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning, I lay my requests before you and wait expectantly." In the morning, not after the chaos starts, not when he finally found a quiet moment at the end of the day. The morning, deliberately, intentionally, before the day established its own momentum. And then he says something I want you to sit with. He waits expectantly, not desperately, not anxiously, expectantly, like someone who has already sent a message to the most capable person they know and is simply waiting for the response they trust is coming. That posture, morning prayer followed by expectant trust, is one of the most powerful spiritual positions a person can stand in. And in Proverbs 3, wisdom speaks plainly. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. All your ways, including the ordinary Tuesday, including the overwhelming week, including the morning that already feels like too much before it has fully begun. Acknowledge him first, and he takes responsibility for the path. That is why you pray before you start. I want to speak honestly for a moment before we pray, because I know that some of you are standing at the edge of a day that already feels heavier than you have the strength for. And the idea of slowing down to pray when there is so much already pulling at you can feel almost counterintuitive, like slowing down when you're already late. But stay with me. Maybe the financial situation you're carrying into this morning has reached a level that genuinely frightens you. The pressure is not abstract, it's specific. It has a number attached to it, a deadline, a conversation you're dreading, and the fear of it has been following you from yesterday into today without permission. You may not have told anyone exactly how close to the edge you feel. You keep showing up. You keep managing. But last night you went to bed doing the math again, and it still didn't work. And this morning, before you were fully awake, the numbers were already running again. Maybe it's your family, the weight of loving people through a season that is hard for all of you, the child who is struggling and pulling away at the same time, the relationship that has been strained so long the strain has started to feel normal, the home that is supposed to be your refuge but has been a source of pressure of its own. Maybe the hidden battle is the one draining you most, the thing nobody around you knows you're fighting, the internal war, the repeated cycle, the part of your life you've kept separate from your faith because the shame of it feels too heavy to bring into the light. And maybe the anxiety running underneath all of it isn't attached to one thing, it's just there, a constant low-level hum of dread about what might go wrong, what hasn't resolved, what's coming you can't yet see. Take a breath right now. This is exactly why you pray first. Not when you feel strong enough, not when life quiets down enough. Now, in the middle of it all, before it goes one step further without God. Father, before this day moves another moment without you, I stop. I turn toward you. I choose you first. Not because I have it together this morning, not because my faith is at full strength or my heart is entirely clear, but because I know from experience and from your word that the days I begin with you are different from the days I don't. And I want today to be different. So I am here first, and I thank you that you meet me here every single time. Thank you for this morning, for the mercy that was already present before I was conscious enough to receive it, for the faithfulness that held me through the night and handed me another day. I don't take that lightly. Someone did not wake up this morning who wanted to. I did. And that is grace I want to begin by acknowledging before I begin by asking. Thank you for every way you moved yesterday that I may have been too distracted to notice. The provision I didn't have to arrange, the protection I never saw coming, the grace that covered what I got wrong before I even thought to ask for it. You were working in the background of my entire day, and I receive that with gratitude this morning. Now, Father, I cover this day in prayer before it covers me. I bring you my mind first, the anxiety already forming around today's shape, the worry trying to run ahead of me and fill the hours with worst-case thinking before a single thing has actually happened. I hand it over right now, not to manage it better on my own, but to surrender it entirely to you. I declare your peace over my thinking, not the temporary calm that collapses under pressure, but the deep-rooted peace Paul described, the kind that stands guard at the gate of my mind like a soldier, letting in what belongs and turning back what doesn't. That peace is mine today. I receive it. I walk in it. And when the anxiety tries to return, and it may, I will hand it to you again. My mind belongs to you today. I will not let fear set my agenda. For the financial pressure, I bring it openly, the real weight of it, the number, the need, the fear underneath both. I lay it before a God who owns everything and has never once been short on provision for the people who trust him. I declare that you are my source this morning, not my salary alone, not my circumstances, not my own problem-solving at its best. You. And you have access to resources I cannot see, doors I haven't knocked on, and solutions that exist completely outside the box I've been thinking in. Provide what I need today, Father. Give me wisdom about what steps to take. Give me clarity about what to prioritize. And let me hold what I have with open hands, trusting that what you bring in is always sufficient for what you're asking me to do. I bring you my family, the people I love who are carrying their own weight into this morning. Cover them in my absence. Move in the relationships that need your healing. Bring peace into my home, not just the absence of conflict, but genuine, settled peace that only you can author. Give me patience with the people I love today, more presence, less distraction, the ability to love them from a full place rather than a depleted one. For my health, for every concern I've been carrying quietly, every fear I've managed alone, I place my body in your hands this morning. You formed it, you sustain it, and I trust you with the parts that frighten me. Remove fear, replace it with trust, and provide healing in every place that needs it, seen or unseen, named or not yet named. For the hidden battle, the one I haven't spoken about out loud, I bring it into this prayer, into the light, out of the silence where it has had too much room for too long. I am not fighting this alone anymore. I need your strength in the exact moment when mine runs out. I declare that I am not defined by my struggle. I am defined by the God who is stronger than it. And today, covered by this prayer, covered by His presence, I walk in that strength rather than my own. I declare divine favor over this day, over every room I enter, every conversation I have, every opportunity I may not yet see coming. Let your favor go before me, not to elevate me above others, but to position me to be useful to them, to be evidence of your goodness in a world that needs to see it. I declare protection over this day, over my mind, my body, my home, and everyone I love. What has been assigned against my peace, my purpose, and my forward movement, I declare it has no authority over me today. I am covered. I am watched over. I am under the care of a God who neither sleeps nor grows distracted. And I align myself fully, without reservation, with your will. Not my version of a good day, yours. Not my preferred outcome, yours. Not my timeline, yours. Because I have learned, slowly and sometimes the hard way, that what you plan is better than what I would have chosen. Lead me today. Correct me when I drift. Use me for something that matters. I prayed first this morning. Now I go, covered, prepared, and not alone. Here is what just happened. You stopped. Before the day got to you, you got to God first. You covered your mind before anxiety could. You placed your needs before the one who already had the answers. You declared truth over your life before circumstances ought to declare their version. That is not a small act. That is a strategic, spiritually significant decision that will shape every hour that follows. The day ahead hasn't changed, but you have. You are going in prayed up, covered, accompanied by a God who was listening to every word you just said and who was already moving before you finished saying it. Don't forget that at 2 p.m. when things get hard. Don't forget it in the difficult conversation. Don't forget it when the fear tries to come back and act like this morning never happened. It happened. You prayed first, and that changes everything. If this is your prayer this morning, if you're choosing to start covered rather than start empty, type Amen in the comments. Let it be your declaration over this day. And if there's something specific you prayed about just now, a situation, a fear, a need you've been carrying, leave it below. Say it out loud. This community doesn't scroll past prayer requests. We stand together. Make this your morning habit this week. Pray first, every day, before anything else. And come back and tell us what changes. If you want this waiting for you every single morning, subscribe and turn on notifications. A new prayer is here every day, Always first, always for you. Now go. You prayed first today. The rest of this day is covered.